Step into Corinne's fashion world. We can make a difference because our world is your world. So live your dreams and become a part of Corinne's fashion world.
Last week I had Deborah McHale on the show, and she was talking about makeup and
Woo! Finally got in.
skincare. So we was talking about makeup and skincare last week. You can catch that video here on this page as well. And then the week before, I had Casey Jules. She was on here. She's a jewelry designer. And the first week of the show, I had Amina Millery and Tanya Love Pringle on, and they're both a makeup artist and skincare. So tonight, my special guest is Toya Johnson. Get excited, everybody.
Hello, hello.
This
Can
is
you
the
hear
lady to
me?
go to. Yeah, I can hear you very well. This is the lady
Okay.
to go to for Runway. For Runway, she is the bomb.com. I've been knowing Toya since it's been a long time now. I think that's
Like
since I first started playing basketball.
1999.
Yeah, since '99. Yeah, since 1999. And when I met Toya, you was like in your early 20s, I guess. Or I don't know, but
Like
she was very
1920.
yeah. And I was so impressed how she, ripped the runway. I mean, I was like, wow. So I would always tell her, and she would be in my shows with no problem, and I truly appreciate that.
Oh,
So I
thank
decided to
you.
come back and venture more out with the models, and she's a great runway coach. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's only my opinion. So what I'm gonna have Toya
Oh,
do for the
thank
first
you.
one,
Thank you.
before I even get her started to introduce herself, I want everybody to click the share button. Click the share button. Tell everybody we over here making a mark that cannot be erased. Get excited, everybody. Hey, Nicola, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate it. So this is the one and only Toya. And for those of you that's over in the model walk group, leave your name in the comment section and say hi so we can say hi to you. So I have a group on Facebook called the Model Walk. The Model Walk. So you guys can, at the end of the video, I'm going to link everything in the comment section for you guys to go check out the Model Walk group. So if you know women that's interested in modeling and want to know more about runway modeling, they can come over to our group. Okay, folks? Get excited, everybody. So Toya, just tell everybody a little something about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Hello, my name is Latoya. I'm so upset with myself just now because I forgot my jewelry. It's in the room.
It's okay.
Bad girl. Um, I'm a mother. I'm a girlfriend. I'm a teacher. I'm a mentor. I'm a runway coach. I'm a model. I love sports. I enjoy bowling. Yeah, I'm pretty well rounded. I love people. I love being around people. I love dancing. Um, the people that know me know I love to cut a couple of rugs, but I do enjoy modeling. I don't do it as often as I used to in the past, but I do enjoy modeling. So that's one of my favorite things to do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So when did you start modeling?
I I can say I started modeling as soon as I got out the womb. My father's a photographer, so I was
Oh,
always in front of the camera. So there was no way to get away from the camera. And he used to tease me as a kid because I was such a tomboy. And I'm talking straight knees, baggy jeans, baggy t-shirts. I'm playing
wow.
basketball, tag with the fellas in the neighborhood. And he was like, why don't you get into modeling? I was like, no, I'm going to play basketball. And he was telling me forever and ever. So finally, I think I was about maybe 16 or 17, and he said, "We're gonna go to the park and we're gonna get a portfolio together for you. I don't care what you said. Put on a little makeup, do your hair." And I mean, literally, like that morning, it was in summertime. I was off from school, and he said, "Get yourself together, get a couple of outfits together. We're going to the park to do some pictures." So I'm like, okay. And I was so nervous because the only time I really
Wow.
dressed up was, for parties, for weddings.
Mhm.
But I mean, I was a tomboy. So we got in the park. We took a bunch of pictures, and then when I looked at the portfolio, after we printed up the pictures, I was like, oh wow. I was like, I'm kind of cute. Although, I was confident, but it took me, I think, to really see, a little glam, for me
Mhm.
to really, really get into it. So from there, I started doing a lot of underground shows. And I think when we met, we were doing a furrier show for, was it Antonio? Was
I
his
can't
name
remember.
Antonio from the lodge? And we started doing the furrier shows in Mount Vernon. And from
Yeah.
there, and then I
Mhm.
started doing other shows. I'm talking in restaurants and bars and nightclubs. I mean, I'm talking like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning doing fashion shows. And it was a little chaotic, but it was a lot of fun. And I met a lot of people. Like, I still keep in touch with a couple, well, one designer in particular I keep in touch with, Terry Miller. Like, he makes t-shirts, hats, etc. And
Okay.
he's done t-shirts and stuff for other things that I've been part of. And then
Mhm.
from there, I started. I met Lonnie Cisco in 2000, and he's been like the guy that I kind of stuck with as far as modeling.
Okay.
Like, the group of women that he works with, like, we're all pretty close,
Mhm.
and he keeps like those type of people around him, and he fits. Not only small women, but his specialty is full figure models.
Oh, okay,
So
good.
at the time, I was one of the smaller models. I think I was about a 6 or 8. He'll probably kill me and say, "No, you were like an 8'10". I don't remember. But with him, since 2000, I've been doing shows with him consistently, once or twice a year, or even out of town. And
Mhm.
I've slowed down a bit because I started a career. I became a mother later on in the
Mhm.
years, and school. So I haven't done a lot of the underground shows that I've done before, but I've
Mhm.
every show that Cisco has had, over those period of years that he's
Mhm.
asked me to be in, I've stuck with him on it. So it was
Awesome.
kind of I was kind of thrown in, and then I actually liked it. So that's how I got started.
That's cool. I want to give a shout out to KL. I can't remember how to say his name, and his wife is going to
Hey,
kill me. I saw him giving you hearts up. He was hearting you up.
what
Tawana, welcome
up,
to the
big
board.
dog?
I had read one of his books a couple of years ago, and I got like 2 or 3 of them from him, and I gave them away because the book is powerful. The book was called From Gigolo to Jesus, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, wow. Yes, this book is awesome, but I just want to give
He's
him a shout out.
awesome.
I feel him hearting you up.
That's my
Tawana, hello.
bowling
Welcome
partner.
to Tawana, welcome to the show tonight. Alberta, I see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you, ladies. Everybody that's coming in, just click the share button. Tonight, my special guest is Toya Johnson. She's a runway coach. She's awesome. She's the model for me. For those who may not know, I have a business called Corinne's Fashion World. And with that business, I used to market models, fashion designers, hairstylists, makeup artists. And I used to do a lot of fashion shows, runway shows, glam shows, and all that great stuff. So this is where the Glam Show TV came from. Because I always wanted to have my own TV show, so I decided to come on Facebook and start pursuing that goal. Get excited, everybody. Get excited. Get excited. Get excited about life, folks. Get excited. So what's your favorite thing about runway modeling?
I love getting into the garments. You get on the runway, and it's your show. As soon as you
Mm-hmm.
get on the runway, you have to carry out that outfit for the designer. So me getting on the runway and bringing the garment to life is one of my favorite things to do on the runway, and then seeing the audience and getting the reaction from the audience, and
Mm-hmm.
you get a little conceited when you get on the runway. So that's when it's acceptable, when you can get a little conceited and
Mm-hmm.
really turn it out. So that's where I got the name Legs from, hanging out in the neighborhood, and then I brought legs to the runway. So I'm like, I
Oh,
have to
okay, okay, okay.
get
And you're right about that because I have watched models' personality change after a show. I was like, whoa,
hmm
oh, she's a quiet little person.
Yeah.
And then when the show her head is like, whoa, I'm like, okay, okay. But
hmm
it makes a difference because it helped build people confidence and self-esteem, which is great. Thanks for the thumbs up, Alberta. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So which social media sites are you on right now?
Oh, I'm on Instagram, Latoya N Johnson, and I'm also here on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but I'm rarely on it. But I'm Toya's Essential Gifts on Twitter, I believe.
Okay. So on Instagram, say your Instagram again.
Latoya N. Johnson.
Okay. And
I'll
your
type it
Twitter.
up again.
Okay, yeah. Type and when we come off the broadcast, you can type it in the comment section so everybody know how to reach out to you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Listen, folks. Saturday the 21st, I'm having a webinar, a makeup webinar, and I'm calling it Wakanda Forever. And everybody know what Wakanda is, right? Everybody know what that is? I was looking on I was Googling what's the name of the movie? Oh Lord, the movie where it came from. I was Googling makeup looks,
Black
and I'm
Panther.
really trying to use my creative side now. So I said, okay, let me just do a webinar where it can be more creative and people will enjoy it with different looks. Now, it's not going to be an everyday look. It's something that you guys can do when you really want to go somewhere special or you just want to look different. So I'm excited about this webinar.
Oh,
So it's
that's
going to
gonna
be,
be hot.
yeah, it's going to, I'm excited. I got, my creativity is like overflowing right now. I have to calm my brain down. I'm like, calm down now. Calm down. So it's going to be July 21st, folks. July 21st. I'm going to drop that information in the comments section, okay? And Toya and I is going to come back very soon, and we're going to host a webinar for models, for the Models Walk. We're going to call it the Model Walk. So we're going to give models information on how to rip the runway. Okay, folks, get excited. Can we get some heart? Show us some love tonight. Get excited, everybody. I am sweating. I am
Yeah.
sweating. Toya, give the viewers 2 tips about the model walk. Just 2 tips.
Say that one more time.
Give the viewers 2 tips on the model walk. How the model should, give us some information about, walking the runway. Just 2 tips. 2 good tips.
There's a lot of tips I could give you, but definitely when you're on the runway, make sure your posture is straight and you're walking out there confidently. If you're not walking out there confidently, you're not bringing the garment to life, and the audience will not believe in the garment, which is not a good look for the designer. Because at the end of the day, you're out there, advertising for the designer.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, I was having trouble with giving 2, but less than many. But another one is to also, a lot of times I've seen in shows where models are like, when the designer gives them an outfit, they'll say, "Oh, I don't like how that looks," or "I don't. That's not pretty," or you don't want to ever criticize a designer or even deny an outfit that they're giving you to wear, because they envision you to be on the runway carrying out that outfit,
Right.
for them on the runway. Like, they see that fit for you. So regardless of your feelings towards the outfit, you wear it. You wear it.
Mm-hmm.
You wear it like it is the prettiest garment on earth, and you don't let the audience know your feelings about any garment that you're not satisfied with, because it's not yours. It's the designer.
Right, and that is so true. I have, I've done quite a few shows over the years, and I used to listen to the models criticizing, or they didn't want to wear this, or that don't look right on them, and
Mm-hmm.
and that came from lack of knowledge, honestly. And that's so important. You don't really want to criticize the designer garments, because the majority of the models get hired. He's hiring you. That's like if you
Mm-hmm.
go to a job, you can go tell your supervisor, "Look, I'm not doing that task today."
Exactly.
So you
Nope, that
never
ain't
want
part of
to
my
do
job
that.
description. Mm-mm.
You never want to do that. Even if the makeup artist is doing your face, you don't even want to criticize that, because I do a lot of makeup and glam shows as well, and I've heard people say, "Oh, I don't like that look. I don't want to wear that." But that's not good. That's not good. That's not a good look,
Mm-hmm.
because the person that hired you for the show most likely would never call you back, and you don't want to miss out on good opportunity. So it's always good to keep your opinion to yourself, and I'm gonna be blunt about it.
And it's true, because sometimes the designer has a particular look. Like, he'll say, or she'll say, I want feathers in everybody's hair, and I want you to all have smoky eyes, like as dark as anything.
Mhm.
And you may
Mhm.
not like the way it looks on you in the mirror, but a lot of times when the pictures come through, then you're like, whoa, that looked amazing on stage.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. I asked you what was your favorite thing about the runway, but what is your favorite part of the show? Yeah. What's your favorite part? Like, I know I get excited when it's time to kick off the show.
Yes.
When I was working, I was doing glam shows inside my store, and I was like, okay, showtime. I turned into a whole different person. like when we like when we did that furry show in Mount Vernon a couple of years ago. One of the hosts that was up there with Lenny Green, she was a Mary Kay director, and that was the first time
Ooh.
ever doing a show with me. And she was so blown away. She was like, "Oh my God, you guys have to see. There's another side of Corinne." I get excited when I do shows, especially
Mm-hmm.
at the kickoff time.
Yes, that
Like
is the
glitter
truth.
and, you know.
I think it's like as soon a lot of the favorite parts is that I'm not a makeup person. Like I don't wear makeup every day. So
Mhm,
getting glammed up by a makeup artist, like that is like
mhm,
one of my it's kind of like a transformation. Like everybody knows that they're beautiful, but once they put that makeup on you and that designer has
mhm,
that, I mean, the makeup artist glams you up, you're a
mhm.
whole different person. I know for me, I'm
Definitely.
like, yes, I might not be in a corner selfieing enough because I'm like, embracing this new look. So
Mhm,
that's definitely one of my favorite parts. And then putting on the garments and getting ready to get on because all the models are excited at that point. You done prepared, you got glammed up, you're excited to be there in the first place. And then it's finally like, you're right, like showtime. Like, all right, I don't even know if, like, I don't get as nervous as I used to, but I kind of get that angst, that ready to like, all right, to get that first foot onto that
mhm.
runway, like showtime.
Wow, wow, wow. When should one start pursuing a career in runway? If someone wants to become a model, because I get a lot of models asking me questions, and they want to know when should they start, how should they start out, what should they do? It's like a lot of people are not sure anymore. You know.
Um, I think one, if you're confident being in front of an audience, like you can't
Okay.
be a runway model and you break in, you ball up into a shell because essentially once you're on that runway, all eyes are on you. That light is bright on you. You're the center of attention, so you have to be confident being on stage. That's like number one. Number two, what I always tell models is, practice at home. I was doing a lot of watching, Janet Jackson videos and practicing, all the dance moves for every single video.
Mhm.
Like in my head, when
Wow.
when the song comes on, I'm doing the dances, you know.
Hmm.
So practicing at home by watching, Victoria's Secret's runway show, watching Fashion Week,
Hmm.
YouTubing. You have to practice because you wear heels, especially if it's a lot of couture shows, etc. So practice in heels. If you can walk well in heels,
Hmm.
you're ready. Practice your poise. I remember back in the days, I don't know if they still do this, but putting the books on your head for your posture, balancing the books on your
Right,
head,
right,
and
right.
you have that,
Hmm.
and then you walk.
Hmm.
I didn't do that. I kind of just looked at myself in the mirror and said, all right, let me, arch this back up straight, hold my head up, and
Hmm.
then you start working on everything else, or you work on your walk, and then you embrace the posture afterwards and video yourself. A lot of times,
Right.
videoing yourself, and then you see how you look. You're gonna want to improve each and every time, so that you look better and better every time you're on the stage.
That's true because I know when I was doing the workshops with the models, we used to always have them practicing. I mean, I think we used to have practice like every Saturday maybe. And my sister took one of the young ladies under her wing and would take her out to the park and everything. I mean, she really got it down pat. She got it down
Hmm.
pat. Now she's a graphic designer, and I'm trying to get her on here, but I'm quite sure she'll
Come
get great.
on, come on.
And you know who she is.
Uh-oh.
Now. So I get excited that when I see people I used to work with and their career just took off and they're doing what they love. I get emotional when I see that. I get
It's
emotional.
exciting,
It is.
especially like
It is.
if you've been practicing, like for a couple of shows, like you said, we'll practice every week. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you see somebody who was like a little, like even if you're not confident, sometimes when you're practicing for a show, you end up building that confidence because you have a lot of people around you to support you, because everybody wants everybody to look good on stage. Like, nobody wants one person to look lackluster. And the designer definitely doesn't want that. So that's where the coaches come in, and a lot of the experienced models come in, and they'll help you. So you got to keep practicing to perfect it. Because I have a unique walk. My walk is not necessarily going to be, your walk or any other model's walks. And a lot of people will try and say, oh, yeah, I want to walk like that. And I'm like, okay, let's start with the baby steps. You got to do the T-stands, one foot in front of the other, because when they try to do everybody else's walk, the arms are going everywhere. You can't do that. So you start slow. And I love seeing, the end results of, the ones that were a little less confident. And then once showtime come on, it's like, where did this chick come from? Right? That's the best part about it. That's one of the best parts.
I've seen it so many times. Listen, guys, Toya do 101 consultation as well. Do you want them to inbox you if they're interested, or?
They can inbox me on Facebook. You can contact me on Instagram. You can email me at latoyajohnson78@me.com or iCloud.com. So either, you can contact me through various ways. I'm available.
Oh, okay, great. So listen, guys, we're going to come back. I'm not finished yet, but we're coming back. We'll let you guys know, like, in the next week or so what day we're going to have the webinar, so that you models can get more information, because I have models questioning me, and I'm like, you know what, let me get the coach going. So knowledge, because all I do is coordinate shows, and let me get somebody that's been on the runway for a long time that know what they're doing. And I have a lot of confidence in Toya. I really do.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm just did I ask that question? Did I actually win shit a model star modeling? I did, right? Come on,
yes.
screen. Okay, awesome. Okay, this is another thing now, because I know times has changed, and back in the days, they used to have a lot of requirements on, especially like height requirements, a model height, how tall they should be on the runway. Tell me your input on that. Tell me your views on that. Because I get models, they like 5'5" and they want to model, or they 5'3" and they want to do the runway. And then they're like, oh, people are not going to accept me because I'm not tall enough.
It's tricky. When you see, like, I'll give an example, like Ebony Fashion Fair, their height requirements are like 5'10". You have to be between like a 8 and a 10 size, and in full figure they'll say it's like a 12. And I've always felt in the cusp, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not 5'10", but I'm size 6 or so. So it depends. Kate Moss, she's 5'7", and she killed the runway. And when you see her on the runway, her presence is much taller than what her actual height is, because she carried the garments out in that manner. I think one of the reasons why they wanted taller models is because taller models, the garment is much longer, and designers have felt that when the model is on the runway, on a taller model, their garments are shown better. However, I model with models that are different heights, different sizes, different shapes, and we come in all different shapes and sizes. So in my opinion, I think, we all should represent the runway, because an outfit that fits somebody that's a 5'10", 6 foot tall may not look the same on a 5'5" woman. So a 5'5" woman or male will look at that same outfit and say, I'm not sure how that's going to look at me. And, vice versa. But if they see somebody that looks like them on the runway, that's the same height, they'll say, wow, all right, I think I can take that outfit, So for me, modeling with women, and actually my height on my driver's license is 5'7". I believe I'm 5'8". I'm just one of those people. I always put 5'8" on my runway on, on any applications I do. However, when I'm on the runway in 4-inch heels, I look much taller anyway.
Right.
So you put on heels, you're taller. So it's just, I think all heights should be represented on the runway at any given point, just so that
Right.
everybody feels that whatever outfit they see on the stage, they can also wear. The same thing when you didn't see many, I'm sidebarring a little bit, but we didn't see a lot of us on the runway,
Right.
back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Until you saw Naomi, you saw Tyra, you
Mm-hmm.
saw, Alec Wet came on.
Mm-hmm.
You started seeing, and it was still very few, but every time, say for me, Victoria's Secret's fashion show came on, I'm like, oh my God, Tyra's coming out, and Naomi, that was exciting for me. So having more representation on the runway is definitely, definitely encouraging.
I'm glad of that. So just give the model some encouraging words, Toya, so they know they can do this. I mean, I believe all things are possible. That's just my thing in life.
Yeah, be confident in what you do. You're representing yourself, you're representing, your community, you're representing the designer. There might be a little person that's looking up to you and say, wow, because she did it or he did it, I can do it also. So you definitely want, you have to feel confident in what you do. And I mean, that's with anything in life. You can't go in halfway. So if you want to go into modeling, you get your portfolio together. Some people say they can't afford to get a professional portfolio. These cell phones now take pictures, portrait photos. I think the iPhone 8 has like a portrait feature. It's amazing. Like we used that on a friend of mine that was doing a portfolio for her website. And the pictures came out like she had like a one of the millimeter cameras. My father's gonna kill me because I don't remember the names of the camera, but they take the same type of pictures. You get a headshot, you get a body shot. You have different types of outfits, where it's evening wear, casual wear. Make it very versatile. Different hairstyles, different makeup. Not too heavy makeup. For your portfolio, because they do want to see your face, and you want to you want to give them variety in your portfolio and walk in there confidently. Don't be afraid if you hear a no, because you're going to hear a lot more no's than you hear yeses. I mean, I've done a ton of model calls. Like I even tried out for Tyra Banks. Oh gosh, what's the show? The show that Tyra Banks had.
I forgot the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. I know what
So terrible. I remembered it earlier, but I tried out for her show
Top
twice.
model. Top model.
America's Top Model.
Yeah.
I tried out for it twice. So I was like, either my story was too boring because I know I walked in there fierce, or I just didn't have what they were looking for, and I had to accept it. I tried out also when J-Lo had when she first started her clothing line, and I tried out for her show. It was me and two of my other girlfriends that were modeling. And wow. I was featured on WB11. Like people were calling me at 11 o'clock at night. We saw you in the feature for J-Lo. I didn't get picked to model. Meanwhile, she said, I want women with hips and with full shape and everything. And I was like, I got a full shape, but I didn't get picked. But it didn't discourage me. It didn't discourage me. I kept going, I kept going hard. Like you have to go on a lot of go-sees. If you want to work for a particular agency, send your pictures to agencies, with your contact information, your profile, how they can reach you, keep going. Like don't get discouraged. Because, there's a market. If you feel that the runway is not for you, there's print models, and a lot of people don't know there's hand models, like people who have pretty hands and they wear, nails, like those ads you see in your nail salon. Those are hand models. They have foot models. There's fitness models. So if you have an awesome body and you're like, I'm 5'3", but I work out and my body is lean, send your pictures to some fitness companies because that might be the market for you.
Wow, so that's
they even have Mode. They have Mode magazine, so the 40 and over crowd. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to start sending my pictures over there.
You see, you gonna see your pictures?
Let me start sending my pictures over to Mode magazine. Are they still around? Let me see.
Really good.
And one more thing, like Tomiko Frazier Hines is like one of my favorite models. Like I'm a friend of hers on Facebook, and she writes a lot of inspiration, and she talks about herself and being 40 and old and over. Actually, I think she's 50. She actually might be 50. I think she just made 50. Beautiful. And she's been doing a lot of, she was in a couple of makeup ads, and she does catalog now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been going hard for the longest. And, you know, really, I would say sign up to her page, because you will be very encouraged as the model with her daily messages and encouragement. Like, she speaks personally. And she's an inspiration for all.
What's her name again?
Tomiko Frazier Hines. She's a famous African American model. She's beautiful. She's had short hair, long hair. Like she is. I love. She's like one of my favorites.
Wow, that's awesome. That's good. So thanks for sharing all that information. Listen, folks, I'm going to come back next week. At 8 p.m. next week. Next week I'll be back at 8 p.m. If you guys want to reach Toya, all her information is going to be in the comment section for your one-on-one. And we're coming back to do a runway. I'm looking at us on my computer here. We're coming back to do a webinar, folks. We'll be back to do a webinar, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited about that. I'm excited. And then Toya can share much more information with you ladies there. Get excited, everybody.
Yes.
Get excited. You want to say something else before we leave? Yeah, you want to say something else before we leave, Toya?
Just go. If you're going, go hard. Be confident in what you do. We have daily challenges. We try not to let that, stop you from what your ultimate goal is. We all have challenges. We all have things we want to get to. Just stay focused, be encouraged, and stay hopeful.
Right. And always believe something good gonna happen for you. Because see, that's my new thing. Something good is gonna happen for you. Listen, This live video is gonna be on YouTube under C Fashion World. C is in Charles Fashion World. C is in Charles Fashion World. So go check us out over there. Also, I'm gonna upload it up on Instagram as well, folks. I'm gonna be running the video for probably like the next week and a half. So you guys can always watch the replay, especially for those that are just tuning in. You can always go back and watch the replay. And, especially if you're a model, it's good to gather information. It's good to know things. It's good to read, So, make yourself knowledgeable out there. Find out what you need to know so you can be successful.
And talk to other models. To other models. Because, one person may not always have all the answers. Like, that was a lot, something also that I learned in the fashion industry, speaking with other models, because they have connections. I mean, a lot of the women that I model with have connections up the wazoo. So, definitely connect with other models, makeup artists, etc.
Awesome. So just give us your Instagram one more time before we do.
Latoya N. Johnson is my Instagram. Here on Facebook is Latoya Essential Gifts. I keep my last name off because my students try to find me. And yeah, they try hard. I'm like, no, that's not me.
Do you have a Facebook fan page?
I do not, and I know you talked to me about that a long time ago. So I've been a bad girl. I don't.
All right, I'm gonna say this again this week. Listen, if you're an entrepreneur, open up a Facebook fan page. Don't cost you anything. On that fan page, you can get to advertise more. And you can.
I have one for my gift baskets. I don't have one for my modeling.
Oh, okay. So when you get a chance, open up one for the modeling. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yes.
What you think about that? Listen, guys, July 21st, I'm going to be doing a makeup webinar. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to link that information in the comment section. So register. And I think I could only hold no more than 20 people on the webinar. So register today if you can. Okay, folks? Get excited. Get excited about life.
Yes.
So I enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed interviewing
Did
Toya. I've been knowing Toya
too.
since the 90s,
Thank
late
you. Thank you for
90s.
having me.
She was like one of my first models. Two of them I keep in contact with a lot is Toya and the other young lady that's a fashion designer. And if I don't get her on this season, I'll get her in for the fall so you guys can learn more about her. And her name is Lene Anderson. She's gonna have a fit when she hear me. But she's an awesome designer. I mean, I remember when she first came to New York, she was like 17 and her mother let her stay just to model with me. And I felt honored because, you know, for a parent to take a chance like that, you need to do it in New York. What? To do what? Model? Okay. Well, her mother's happy now. Her mother's excited now. So listen, whatever your dreams are, go for it. Whatever you want to do in life, do it now. Don't wait because time moves fast. Tomorrow is promised, but time moves fast. So whatever your desires are, do it now. Don't be afraid to do it. Just step out in faith and just do it. And the reason why I'm saying that because time went so fast. Time went extremely fast. When I started Corinne's Fashion World, it was back in 97, I believe. And I can't believe we're like pushing 2019 and time, them years went by so fast. My first fashion show was when my son was 6 months old and my son's getting ready to turn 28. And I'm like,
ooh.
28, so time went extremely fast. My first fashion show was in the Cotton Club in Harlem. And I'll never forget it. That's one show I'll never forget because it was a sold out show. And I got into it, one, because I wanted to pull myself out of being shy. And two, someone else was encouraging me. You really should get into fashion more than what you're doing. Come on now, you look good. You should be a model, be something. I didn't want to model because at the time I was this shy and afraid to do that. But listen, whatever you want to do, whatever your heart desire is, especially if you're somebody in your 20s, and right now I'm talking to everybody, but I'm talking especially to those in your 20s. Whatever your heart desire is, do it now. Let no one talk you out of your dream.
Exactly.
I don't care who they are, because all things are possible, but you have to believe it. I'm gonna say this again. Let no one talk you out of your dream. You can do anything you set your mind to do, and whatever you want to do, do it now. Don't wait, because time moves fast. Because 5 years ago by, thanks for the heart. 5 years ago by quick as 1, 2, 3. So I just want to encourage somebody. Step out in faith. Whatever you want to do. If you want to be a model, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Don't let nobody change your mind on anything. Stay focused. Obstacles will come, but you can overcome them and you can move forward. I'm speaking from experience, folks. I'm speaking from experience. So I just want to encourage you guys, whoever's on tonight, whatever you want to do, I'm begging you, do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get excited, folks.
Get excited.
Get excited, folks. Listen, folks, I also have Get Excited t-shirts. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to drop that in the comment section as well. It says Get Excited on the front. And on the back, it says Get Excited about life. And that's where I'm at right now. Get excited about life. We have to enjoy life and expect great things to happen. Okay, folks, and I got to plug this in before I leave. All right, anything else, Toya? Anybody, first of all, let me ask, if anybody have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section right now. And, you know, we'll do our best to answer them. So if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. Anything you want to add on, Toya?
Oh, no. Get excited. Get excited.
That's right. Get excited, folks. Get excited. Get excited. People are popping in and out because now Facebook have it where you can see when people come on your live. You can see it now, so people are like popping in and out, which is good. Which is good.
I just slid right because my comments weren't coming up. Oh, hi everybody.
Oh yeah, everybody saying hi.
Yeah.
That's a burner.
Yes, get excited.
That's right. Get excited about life, folks. Get excited. Get excited. So tell everybody you know on Thursdays, Corinne's Fashion World Glam Show TV will be here live featuring makeup artists, hairstylists, fashion designers, models, and beauty artists and beauty influencers. Get excited. Everybody get super. They wave and get excited. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
Hello.
So, folks, we thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule tonight to join the broadcast. We truly appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Toya will get back to you. She's going to post all her information in the comment section, and she also do one-on-one. Listen, we're coming back. We're coming back to do a webinar. We're coming back to do a runway webinar for the models. Okay, folks? So stay tuned for that. I'm excited about it. It won't be on Facebook. We're not going to do the webinar on Facebook. It's going to be off of Facebook. Okay, so this is a private webinar. So all my webinars are private. It's not going to be on Facebook. Okay, so you would have to register. Okay, folks? Can I get some hearts? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All righty. So I'll be back next Thursday. I want you guys to stay encouraged. And as I always say, believe something good is going to happen for you. Get excited, folks. Alberta, we have to talk. I got to get you on for this season. And if you don't do it this season, I'll bring you on again for the fall time. But we have to talk this week. All righty? All righty, folks. Later.
Bye.
Get excited, everybody.
Thank you.
Later, thanks, Toya. Love you.
You're welcome. Love you too, girl. Bye, everyone.
We'll talk soon. All right, Toya? Have a great one. Until next week. Get excited, everybody. Get super excited. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Comment below. And on your way out, hit the bell button for notification. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Get excited. Get super excited.